Next, what we're going to go over is the PT Data Center 2.0, so make sure that you follow along in your written guide, and this is starting on page 25. So what is the PT Data Center? This is the backbone of the program. It holds some of the most important programming as well as a lot of important information. If we start at the beginning at the directory is to direct the programming that we have written here. So in this, you can see column A is the descriptors and column B is the cell information that provides the details for the program and where it should go. Cell B3 is in charge of patient folder creation. It directs the program to locate a folder named PT 2024. And this is where the new patient folder will be created after a patient subjective form submission. How do you want to customize this? Well, if it becomes 2025, you would click on this cell and name it PT 2025. It is important to note that you will need to go into your PT Elite Package 2.0, go into the patients folder, and create a PT 2025 folder in order for this script to work. Cell B4 is in charge of the template folder naming. This allows you to specify the name of the default folder you want to copy. In version 2.0 of this software, the patient is able to select the body part or the area in section 12 of the intake form. In that specific answer, will create a copy of the folder based off of the templates folder matching that answer. So if a patient says that their lower back is being treated, lower extremity is being treated, neck, TMJ, or any of these other folders, it will copy that instead of the default. If that answer is not provided, it will go back to the default that you designate in cell B4. When you customize this, make sure that you have an exact match to the template folder that you have named. Otherwise, the program will not work. Cell B5 is the Clearinghouse CSV folder. This designates the folder used to save Clearinghouse CSV files to. This is essential for billing purposes. If you update this cell annually by creating a new folder, example CH24, and entering its name into B5 to ensure new files are saved correctly. Make sure that when you do this, that the new folder that you have created matches exactly. So you can see here, Clearinghouse 2024 is the file that we have. I want to click Rename, Control-C, press OK, and then come back to the data center and replace that into this cell B5. Cell B6 is in charge of the naming scheme for the new patient folders. You have three options. You have first name, last name. You have first name, last name, and account number. And you also have last name and first name to choose from. Selecting one of these options will automatically make and format the new patient folders to match your designated formatting that you select in cell B6. You cannot choose other customizations at this point. You are only able to currently choose from these selected options. Cell B7 indicates the name of the Google Doc that will be used during the Form 2 PDF program to generate a PDF after a form submission. If you create your own Form 2 PDF Google Doc, make sure that you place the name here and also replace the Form 2 PDF template ID in cell E11 to make sure that the program runs correctly using your new Google Doc template. Otherwise, leave this as is and it will continue to use the default doc and programming. Cell B9 is used to determine the form that triggers the Form 2 PDF program. If you would like to, you can change this to any of the tabs that are on this workbook. If you make your own Google form, you can use that as well. For right now, the default is patient subjective. If you would like to change that to your own form that you've created, you would be able to replace that here. I again recommend that you use the right-click, rename, and copy, and paste into the cell in order to make sure that it is an exact match. If the tab and the name that is listed in cell B9 is not an exact match, the program will not run correctly. Cell B10 of the directory allows you to designate whether you want the Google Docs in a templates folder to be copied or not. This will also replace any of the placeholders that are in those Google Docs with the placeholders that are in the Form 2 PDF. So you can see here, subjective, first name with the curly brackets around it, will be replaced with any answer that is filled out in the Form 2 PDF tab. It will replace any of the information in column B with the placeholders in column A, including in any template that you've included as a Google Doc in the templates folders. If you need to, you can also use the directory to jump to a bunch of different pages. Using this, you're able to jump through this tab quickly instead of coming down here and scrolling left and right looking for the correct tab to jump to. For example, if I click on Form to PDF, it brings me right to the Form to PDF tab, and if I click the directory, it brings me right back to the directory. Another feature here is in cell F1, we can see the current logo. If we would like to update that logo, we would click on Upload Logo. It will ask us if we want to update the logo. We would paste in the image URL here and click OK. But that is how you will update it if you need to update your logo. It's important to note that when you update the logo, it will only update the templates inside the template folder, and it will not update the logo inside of your patient folder. This concludes the tutorial on the directory tab, and next we will be moving on to the company information tab.